Hello, my name's Zoe Harcombe and I'm author of The Harcombe Diet. This is a really important video for any new year and it's called Getting Ready for the Last Diet That You Will Ever Need. It's estimated that about a third to half of adults are on a diet permanently, pretty much all of the time. And of course most diets start on a Monday, most diets end on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and we basically meet the definition of madness because every week when we start one we think this week is going to be different, and yet we do exactly what we did last week. So the three really big tips that I've got for you to make sure that this is the last diet you ever start because it's the one that really works are that you've got to fix your mind, your body and your kitchen. So first of all, to go into this, your last diet, you've got to have your mind in the right place. Now it really is mad to think that you can try and cut back, count calories, do a low calorie diet, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, whatever you've tried in the past that is basically low calorie, and to think that this time it's going to work. It may have worked once and I can guarantee you've put the weight back on, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video now. You may be one of the 2% who managed to keep weight off on a low calorie diet, in which case you won't be watching this video. You'll be counting calories for the rest of your life, desperately trying to keep the weight off, and that is painful. So you might have lost it that way, you know you haven't kept it off that way. So you know that trying to starve, getting hungry, eating less just doesn't work, and the book Stop Counting Calories and Start Losing Weight tells you why it doesn't work, because it drives those three conditions that cause insatiable food cravings and it just takes you down completely the wrong path. So to get your mind in the right place, you've got to do something different. And if low calorie hasn't been working, the only route that you've got is low carb. Now there are many low carb options out there. The Harcombe diet is one of the most generous with carbs. You can go to places like Sisson, where you've got effectively no grains and no dairy. You can go Atkins, which actually gives you a carb limit. But the base of all good low carb diets is that they will let you eat unlimited, real quality meat, fish, eggs, and then some will start limiting even the vegetables and the salads and beyond there. We don't on the Harcombe diet. Again, Stop Counting Calories will tell you what you can have, but to get your mind in the right place, you've got to say, this is the year that I'm going to go low carb. And it's a lifestyle, it's a commitment that you don't eat processed food again, you get to the point you just don't want processed food again, you don't crave those refined carbohydrates. So there's no point starting another low calorie diet when you're ready to start low carb as a lifestyle for the rest of your life and to never be hungry again. Then your mind is in the right place. Now the second thing is to get your body in the right place. So many people the day before a diet go on a binge, and of course if you're continually starting a diet and then failing a diet, you're basically into good days and bad days. You're binging, then you start a diet, then you binge, then you start a diet, and you're just in a really bad cycle. The last time you want to binge is the day before you start a diet, because you wake up on the morning of your brand new start with a complete carbohydrate hangover binge. You look awful, you feel awful, you probably had some really unsatisfying drugged carbohydrate stupor kind of sleep. You will probably start craving all the things that you had the day before by about 11 o'clock on your main diet day, and it just is the worst place to be when you're trying to start a healthy eating program. So a lot of people start healthy eating in the new year. Don't go mad over Christmas. You know, weight is difficult enough to lose without stacking on a load more just because it's some festive season and then it's even more than that you've got to lose. So as you're gearing up for the last diet you're ever going to do, stop the binges as early as possible. Even if you have a bit of stuff that you are going to give up when you go low carb for quite some time, don't binge on it, don't have too much, because you really are setting yourself up to fail when you start this all-important diet that really is going to work. Now the final thing you need to get ready, you've got your mind ready, your body ready, need to get the house and kitchen ready. And how many times do I hear people, I go and work with clients, or I keep biscuits in case we have work people or builders or whatever. How often do you have those? Or we haven't had one for a couple of years. Yeah, but you've had biscuits in the cupboard for a couple of years and they're still in sell-by, so something tells me that you're replacing them and eating them. You have got to quite simply get all the bad stuff out of the house and all the good stuff in the house. You cannot be in the situation where you're hungry and the only thing that you can reach for is crisps or biscuits or cakes. They have got to go out of the house if they're any kind of temptation for you. Now I understand that that's difficult when you live with other people, but families now are getting more and more supportive of people trying to lose weight. So if you're trying to lose weight and you are a complete biscuit addict, then you need to say to the other people in your household, guys, I cannot have biscuits in the house. If any of them have to have biscuits in the house for some reason, they've got to lock them away. And I mean lock them away with a padlock, with codes, with stuff that you cannot break into, because that's how strong food addiction really is. So out go biscuits, cakes, sweets, processed foods, cereals, anything with sugar or white flour, your sauces that have got sugar, they just go. And in comes meat, the best quality that you can afford, fish, tinned fish is absolutely fine, eggs, vegetables, salads, frozen vegetables are absolutely fine, tins of tomatoes, herbs and spices, and the recipe book, ideally the Harcum Diet recipe book, because you've got so many things there that you can make to keep you going while you stay on this diet. You need not go hungry ever again. You aren't going to be eating chocolate and crisps and cakes and all the rest of it, and you will miss them, I'll be honest, in the first few days. But once you've got past that addiction, you will wonder how you ever ate such hideous processed things and how unbelievably ill that they made you feel. And you just won't look back. You'll be in the new world where we are of strawberries and cream and cheese and oat cakes and red wine and dark chocolate and really, really fantastic food. So make this the year that you start the last diet you're ever going to start, because this is the one that works, where you lose the weight, keep it off, get in control and stay in control. Thanks very much for listening.